It's not worth it. Seriously, it's not worth it. I wish the British native English people good luck. This is, you know, your country, your ancestors, whatever, you know, this is your heritage. They fought for this country. I've done my part. I'm sorry, I don't feel safe in this country. This is supposed to be UK. I'm supposed to feel safe here. I don't feel safe in this country.
Restore Britain have gone full tilt racist and will continue.
What would you say to people who are calling you lefties? They think you're on the left. You're not right-wing enough.
If Richard and I, and people like Jeff Taylor and the other Richard, if we're all of a sudden lefties, then the real far right have entered the room.
They have. Well, they have, Paul. This is the point.
Don't start this.
The country doesn't need Beau Dade, Carl Benjamin, Connor Tomlinson, and Charlie Downs. That's not what this country needs. I'm sorry, it's just not. What it needs is a party that's full of ex-paratroopers, ex-SES men, ex-Marines, ex-infantrymen, ex-businessmen, you know, Christians, Jews, Hindus, Sikhs, Muslims. That's what Advance is. It's a party for literally everybody. It's a party for everybody, and it's a party that's totally in the sweet spot, and it's a party that's got some real men in it, not people that have loads of Batman comics on the bottom shelf. You know, proper men that have done stuff. You know,
Richard, the way you worded that, it makes Advance sound like the Lib Dems.
What, the Marines? How many Marines are in the Lib Dems?
No. I said the way you described Advance makes it sound really this multicultural Lib Dem.
Well, no, what? Because we do have Jews. We do have Jews in our party. We do have Muslims in our party.
Still, its policies are still very right wing.
Well, no, I know. But what I'm saying is its policies are very right wing. But that's just going to. What I was saying there was just to trigger all the ethno-nats, because apparently I went to the living room and my wife said they're all. I said, haven't been too extreme, have I? She said, oh well, it doesn't matter what you're saying. You get slaughtered in the comments. I went, oh well, listen, in for a penny, in for a pound, you know. But it's just a trigger them. Someone will clip that little bit and they'll put it on a little video of my face looking like that. You know what I mean?
But the reason I am pissed off is because of this. Now I'm going to play this, right? You'll now know why I'm pissed off. So a lady linked to my channel, all right? She linked my channel to this video. Obviously, she wanted me to hear it, and she's talking shit about me.
Look at me.
You couldn't fucking help yourself. You've tried to make a sweeping statement and say the reason that everyone's gone with Rupert is because he's white. How dare you? How fucking dare you, Paul, jump in on the side of all these oppressors? But I'm not surprised. Do you know why I'm not surprised? I watched a really cringe stream where after everything that's gone on, you and Richard decided to get on a grifting Pakistani woman's panel. And she is a grifter. Every 2 weeks, apparently, she's terrified to be alive. But apparently she's so brave that she don't take sides and she doesn't silence anybody. And, you know, she always says what she believes. But every 2 weeks she wants your money because, well, she's got to move house again. Or she's terrified. Or she's scared out of her wits. It was cringeworthy. You couldn't fucking help yourself. You've tried to make a sweeping statement and say the reason that everyone's gone with Rupert is because he's white. How dare you?
Right, so this lady, right, can you guys hear me? I'm unmuted. First of all, you stupid dumb bitch, all right? I'm going to speak to you directly now, motherfucker. When have I asked people for money every 2 weeks, you stupid dumb bitch? 9 months ago, fucking 9 months ago, I believe in May, all right? I left my hometown of Luton where I had lived for 40 fucking motherfucking years with my 2 children, all right? And I've left, and I had my own fucking house, you dumb bitch, that I had just renovated a few months before. Sorry, I'm just reading some of your comments. Exactly, it's bullshit. No, but what's happened is because that ugly bastard is spreading fake news about me being a grifter, and he's obsessed with me, some people are believing his bullshit. That's what I'm trying to say. The ugly pig that I've just spoken about for the last fucking half an hour, because that ugly bastard is spreading fake news about me. And like I said, I may even take further action against this person because this ugly pig is spreading fake news about me. What's happening is some of these dumbos who don't know who the fuck I am or what I've gone through, or maybe these bitches and bastards don't even care. These stupid fucking idiots are talking shit. When the fuck have I asked people for money every 2 weeks? I did a GoFundMe 9 months ago because my supporters told me to. And just by the way, when I tried working and then my contract couldn't continue because of my YouTube channel a couple of months ago, all of my supporters told me to set up another GoFundMe, but I never did one. Do you know what I did? You stupid dumb bitch. I wrote a fucking book. You dumb bitch. You fucking dumb bitch. I wrote a book to sell because I didn't want to beg people for fucking money. I opened an online consultancy, a one-to-one, an unqualified, if someone wants to have an unqualified chat with me, because I want you to earn money, not fucking beg people for money. I opened a third fucking channel, Bloom with Lubna, to monetize it, because I didn't want to beg you guys for fucking money again. I created a fucking journal entry book, Candid journal, which I'm selling on Amazon. I'm selling it. I'm not begging you for money. I'm saying, oh, please consider, buying my book to support the channel. I wrote this fucking book. Go on my channel, Bloom with Lubna. There are videos of me waking up fucking 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, writing this fucking book. I'm no writer. I've got 2 fucking kids, all right? It was fucking December, Christmas holiday. This is why I said, guys, I'm going to swear on this channel, all right? I'm going to swear. I'm going to swear today because I'm so pissed off. I could have done a GoFundMe. You guys know. Baz told me to do a GoFundMe. He's like, Lubna, don't, ignore the haters and stuff. Nakama even said, we'll all contribute £20 or $20. I didn't do a GoFundMe. I'm working my fucking ass off. I even said to every single person, I'll say again, and please feel free to record me right now. I have all intent to give the GoFundMe money back in my lifetime. God knows. Record me right now. You need to record me. I've said this so many times. I'm not bullshitting. I'm fucking ashamed of the GoFundMe, man. It's not fucking millions of pounds or £500,000 or 100 fucking thousand pounds. It's 30,000 something pounds. GoFundMe takes its cut as well. All right. And it's been 9 fucking months and I can't find a job because when you do this kind of stuff on YouTube, when you take the side of the native people in this fucking country, you can't find a job. I had a 6-figure salary. I was in my own house. I had just renovated it. I didn't need to do this. I didn't need to make things up to run for my life. Fuck you guys, man, motherfuckers. Fuck you, man. And this is what happens when these ugly pigs, the ugly narcissistic bastard is spreading fake news about me on people's channel when I've ignored him. Like, fucking get the message, motherfucker. Get the message. I'm not interested. You're ugly. You're unattractive. You're toxic. I'm not interested in you. Jesus. Anyway, so this is what happens. Calling me a Pakistani woman. And that it's cringe. And every 2 weeks I'm asking for money. When have I asked for money every 2 weeks? I have definitely said to people, please buy my book. Please consider buying my book. I can't force you guys. I can't force a single person to buy my book. And I can't force anyone to leave a good review either. Thankfully, there's around 172 reviews right now on Amazon of this book. I can't force anyone to write good reviews. Overall, the reviews have been really good. No, I know I've got lots of supporters. I'm just really pissed off. I'm literally, thank you so much, Mantis. Hope this will melt your anger away a bit. Your swearing made me laugh out loud so much. I had to thank you for that. Look, I know you got look, I'm very grateful for this. I know some of you guys love me swearing, but some other people just don't like me swearing at all. The point is, fake news. When have I asked? Thank you so much. The book is good. I know. I'm no writer. I haven't written in a literature format. It's not going to win any book awards. But I've worked hard, guys. I could have done the GoFundMe and I haven't. This is what pisses me off. I could have done a GoFundMe and I never did. And then these people are like, every 2 weeks she's asking for money. No, you stupid bitch. Whenever I ask money for 2 weeks, I'm definitely trying to sell my book. I'm trying to sell my book, something I've worked hard to write. None of this is AI. Every single fucking dot in here, all the formatting, I've done this myself, everything. Apart from, of course, this is the cover is definitely AI. Anyway, I'm spending zero money on marketing. What else do you want me to do? So if I do a GoFundMe, I'm still a bitch who's grifting. If I don't do a GoFundMe, then people are still making shit up that I'm grifting when I'm fucking not. Lubna, we love you, and that's why we do what we do. Don't let anyone's negativity get you down. Don't listen to this. No, I know, but come on, I'm a human as well. It's like, I don't mind if okay, you can say to me, you can call me Pakistani woman. I don't belong in this country. Get the fuck out my. I get that, right? Or I'm not attractive, right? Or whatever. I don't know. I've got a chubby face and all this kind of stuff. You can say all those things, but to make shit up about me that I'm asking money every 2 weeks. When have I asked money every 2 weeks? 9 months ago, I did the GoFundMe. 9 fucking months ago, man. And I'm trying to find a job. Do you know something? One recruitment agent recognized me. I spoke to him. When was it now? What's the day today? I spoke to him, yeah, this week, I believe. He said, "Are you that Lubna, blah, blah, blah?" And I was like, yeah. He's like, "I follow you on X." I'm like, oh my God, this is going to be either really good or really bad. He's like, "Oh my God, I think you're brilliant. And I wish more people would do what you're doing." I'm like, yeah, but it's difficult to find a job. Like, can you help me find a job? Okay. I'm trying my fucking ass off. I'm trying to find a job, guys. Should I not? But I can't find a job because I have a YouTube channel because I'm taking the side of the ethnic people in this country. All right. People are not giving me a job. Your own people, your own native white British people are not giving me a job. And as you know, people from my background, the Muslims and Pakistanis, they're against me. It's so difficult for me to find a job. You think the 30,000 GoFundMe is going to last for fucking ever? Really? Please give me a break. Seriously. So this whole bullshit about she's asking money every 2 weeks. No, you stupid bitch. I have never asked for money every 2 weeks. I've definitely written a book, set up a consultancy online. I've definitely, you know, created the Candid journal that I'm trying to sell. I've definitely, you know, I've said, "Oh, look, I've got merchandise. You want to buy my merchandise? Can you see it?" That is me grinding my fucking ass off. I've created another channel. I've definitely not begged people for money every 2 weeks. And this whole bullshit about that, oh, now she's scared for her life again, and now she's gonna, and now she's so strong. I am strong. If people turned up at your door, all right, and you were a single parent, and these people can actually fucking behead you, you would be fucking shitting yourself as well, all right? If people knew where you lived, and if you were living in Luton speaking about the stuff that I was speaking about, and you know that these bastards can even behead you, you would fucking shit yourself as well. Thank you. Obviously, I'm shitting myself. And as you can see from the chat, you know, I don't always share all the screenshots of threats and stuff because I'm just tired of it. Sometimes I do. You've seen it even a couple of weeks ago. I was getting death threats, right? And the people who turned up at my door, they're still trying to find me, you dumb bitch. You think they're just going to stop? They're still looking for me. These bastards are still looking for me. So yes, I do need to move again because this isn't my fucking house. So I may need to move like this. If someone finds out where the fuck I live, you dumb bitch, I'm going to have to go straight in a fucking hotel. Do you know how much that's going to cost? It's not a single small room that I need. I've got 2 children. I need a big enough room in the hotel initially. All right. The food, everything costs money. Think it through. Think it through. If you're in my position, what would you do? I don't ask for money every 2 weeks. That really pissed me off. I'm like, what the fuck is she talking about? Seriously, fuck's sake. Right. Now the next video I'm going to play, respect the behaviors that I've seen the last 2 weeks in particular from those people on the right, patriots. I've been very disappointed, right? And I see myself as a patriot, but I am so disappointed with the toxicity that is brewing, especially on YouTube. And it's not just the YouTubers that are doing this. And it's not just the leaders of certain parties that are doing this. It's not just the YouTubers that are doing this. It's also the viewers in particular. Some of you guys have become so toxic where if anyone dares question anything, then you don't even want to hear like the other side. Sorry, when you say you are not British, you don't look like my wife at all. What are you talking about? I'm not your wife. Why would I look like your wife? So what is really, really pissing me off and irritating me is the fact that people, I'm just shocked at the way so-called patriots are behaving, where they're demonizing each other just because patriots are having a different, a different view on something. we should all be able to, when you say rage bait, who are you talking about? You're going to have to be very clear who you're talking about, because my tolerance levels with bullshit is become 0 right now. When you say such things are real British people, listen, fuck off, you motherfucker. I've never said that I'm ethnically white, and I'm not interested in being ethnically white. If you're going to talk shit with me, I'm going to swear at you motherfuckers, okay? Because my tolerance levels is 0 right now. Okay. The guy who's just speaking, right? I'm going to swear in this live, and any bastard or bitch who talks fucking shit, you're going to hear it from me. Because some of you bastards have become so fucking toxic, all right? You motherfuckers, you fucking viewers are so fucking toxic sometimes. Just if even someone discusses something that's a different viewpoint, right? You get your knickers in a twist and you give people a hard time. You just want to be in your own little shitty fucking echo chamber. You support Restore, so now we're all supposed to keep our mouth shut and support Restore, or you support Advance Party, and now we're all of a sudden, we need to lick people's ass, or you support Reform, or fuck you, man, fuck you. I am politically homeless right now, and I myself am not just a content creator, I'm a viewer. And whether you fucking like it or not, the fact is I'm not a white person, and I'm a British citizen, and I have equal rights as you as to who I am allowed to vote for. And by demonizing people and by silencing people, you're making things worse, right? If I'm putting up, if other YouTubers are accusing the Restore Britain party of not being racist, but having some people who support it that are racists, you need to engage with the argument. It doesn't mean that I'm calling Restore Party racist. It doesn't mean that I'm calling these people racist. I like to analyze things and make my own mind up. The number of you idiots that are trying to silence people, by silencing people, it doesn't mean that those people are not going to stop thinking what they're thinking. So some of you guys are behaving like dictators. Some of you guys are behaving as bad as fucking Islamists. And that's a disgusting thing. I will not tolerate any, for example, any Muslim or Pakistani telling me what the fuck I need to do. Who the fuck are you bastards to tell me to be quiet or don't say this, don't say that? Okay, I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want to do on my channel. And if you guys lack tolerance like the Muslims, then fuck off. I don't want people coming on my channel who lack tolerance and lack critical reasoning skills. I don't give a flying fuck which political party you guys agree with or support. It's none of my fucking business, right? We all have a right to vote for whoever we want. Like I said, I'm politically homeless right now. But what's really pissing me off is the number of people telling people what they should talk about. A lot of you bastards have demonized Paul Thorpe. Just because Paul Thorpe is on the channel with Richard, it doesn't mean that everything that Richard is saying, Paul Thorpe is agreeing with. Like, I was watching Paul Thorpe's live today, where a lot of people are accusing him falsely of saying stuff that he didn't say, but Richard said. Just because and even last night when Paul Thorpe and Richard Inman were on my channel, just because you're seeing my face with Richard Inman and Paul Thorpe, it doesn't mean that whatever these two are saying, I'm saying that. I'm just listening to them. I'm giving my own opinion if you bothered listening. So some stupid fucking idiot today said to me, oh, aren't you the YouTuber who was calling Restore Britain racist? When the fuck did I call Restore Britain racist? Do you have fucking selective hearing, you motherfuckers? You fucking disgusting motherfuckers. You cannot force people to vote for Restore Britain, all right, or not even question it if they don't want to. You can't force people to vote for Advance. You can't force people to vote for the Labour Party or the Green Party. People will make up their own minds. It's so toxic. It's become so fucking toxic, and I'm so pissed off. Exactly. I don't say anything. I always support the native British people. And like I've said a million times, it doesn't mean I'm going to support native people at any cost, i.e. if they're racist towards me or if they're bastards towards me, or if they're going to talk shit or be violent and aggressive and I'm going to stand there like a fucking dimwit. I will only support those people who are good apples. All right? I'm not going to support bad apples. The fact is, yes, there are lots of good, Connor Tomlinson, I like what he says. What's his name? Carl Benjamin, I like what he says. A lot of the stuff they say, I do like it, I don't have an issue. And even where they are being accused of being racist, like I've said a million times on my channel, there's two types of racists. There's those people who just call, who just hate people because of their race and their color. And there are other people that they're not hating people of other races. They're just concerned about their own race more. And that's fine. I don't have an issue with the second time. The second type, I have no issue with. And for me, Connor Tomlinson, from what I've seen, and Carl Benjamin, they fit into that second category. So I have no issue with that. I do have an issue with people like Steve Goddard, who are actively calling black people the N-word and using racial slurs, and these people are also supporting Restore Britain Party, and there's not a single one of you bastards that are correcting him. You're like, oh, we don't care if we're coming across as racist. We want our country back. You want your country back by supporting some people that are racist. Fuck you, man. Are you serious? Islamic extremists threatened my life, turned up at my door, and a lot of you guys wanted me to demonize the whole of Islam and every single Muslim. And I said to you, I'm not going to turn into an extremist myself fighting extremism. I told you guys, I'm not going to turn into a bad person fighting people who are bad. It kind of beats the objective. It's not just the what that is important, it's the fucking how. And if you think by being fucking cunts you're going to take your country back, that's bullshit. Like I said, I'm open-minded. I like a lot of what Rupert Lowe is saying. And like, if you bother to listen to my live from yesterday, you guys need to listen to the live I did with Paul Thorpe and Richard Inman yesterday, because even other YouTubers are taking clips from that live that I did with them. Okay, even other YouTubers are. Even Dino, is his name Dino? Even he's made like 2 videos about my live yesterday. Okay, and he's even encouraged people to watch my live from yesterday, guys. All right. So the point is, if you bother to look at that live, I'm not out to get you guys. All right. But it's also my duty to give you guys advice. If I think you guys are going in the wrong direction, it's also my duty to say, hold on, guys, I think we need to course correct. Do whatever the fuck you want, guys. I've said a million times, I have no misconception, you know, that I'm white. I'm not fucking white. I'm never going to be white. I've been called the Paki word for the first fucking 20 years of my life, which I'm never going to forget because I've got trauma. No, I'm not telling you this. So because I appreciate a lot of people are fed up of the talking about racism and all this. But the reason I have to remind you guys in between is because I'm not out to get you guys. I'm trying to support you guys. I'm trying to give advice if you want to hear it with an open mind. But a lot of you guys are just set in your stone, set in your ways, sorry. Exactly. For fuck's sake. Trust me, Lubna, there are Restore voters that are worried about some of the people joining Restore. Exactly. That's the point. The point isn't, look, the issue I'm having is the way people are trying to silence each other. Like, oh, if I'm talking about the allegations that Restore Britain is having, then all of a sudden that means I'm also accusing Restore Britain of being racist. I've never accused Restore Britain of being racist. I could have easily jumped on that bandwagon as an ethnic minority. Like I said, even yesterday, if you guys bothered to listen to the live I did with Paul Thorpe and Richard Inman that a lot of people are talking about, okay, I did challenge them guys as well. Like, I even agreed with a lot of stuff that Connor and Carl Benjamin said. Obviously, the racist things that Steve Goddard and some of these other people said, obviously, I'm going to disagree with that because I'm not a racist. Like I said a million times, you know, I'm all for supporting the indigenous population of this country, but that doesn't mean I'm going to support the indigenous population at any cost. I'm going to become a racist or I'm going to become an apologist for bad people. No. Anyone who is concerned about the indigenous population, I support. But if that turns toxic into unnecessary racism, that is bullshit. I'm sorry, that's unnecessary, guys. And calling Paul Thorpe and Richard Inman and Nigel Farage lefties is the biggest bullshit. This is why you guys are being accused of, some of you guys are being accused of being far right, because you are going more far right. Anyone who's on the right, you're just accusing them of being a lefty. Fuck you. Seriously. People have turned this so fucking toxic, man. We've got a few years to sort this shit out. Gorton and Denton. The Green Party has won, okay? The Reform Party came second. Labour is completely fucked because Labour was depending on the Muslim vote. And the Muslims have done this to the Labour Party. And the Muslims have done this to the Labour Party, and the Muslims will do this to the Green Party as well. Once the Green Party comes, if the Green Party comes into power, the Muslims will do this to the Green Party as well. What's wrong with being far right? I never said there's anything. So, okay. If I'm saying far right, it doesn't mean I'm saying there's anything wrong with it. Please do not put words in my mouth, and please clear your ears out before watching my content, because the number of people accusing me of shit that I haven't even said or meant is ridiculous. Even Paul Thorpe today on his live was like, I've said none of the things he was saying on his live. Like, I've said none of the things that you guys are accusing me of. Just because I'm doing a live with Richard Inman doesn't mean that, you know, this is what Paul Thorpe was saying on his channel, doesn't mean that, you know, that he supports everything that Richard says. Richard is his own man. So, this is what I was trying to say, and I said to Paul and Richard that it's flogging a what's that saying? Flogging a dead horse or whatever. There's literally no point of having anything to do with advance. It's not because you know Ben Habib isn't a nice guy, or you know, all that kind of stuff. This is what I was trying to say. It's just a lost cause. It's a wasting effort. This is what I was trying to say to Paul. So today, Paul did announce that he has resigned from Advance. He sent me his video straight away. And I was like, thank you. You've done an amazing job. This is what I was trying to say to you yesterday, that it's just a wasted effort supporting Advance, because it's not going anywhere, guys. It was obvious to me. That's why I never supported it. I never supported Advance because I wasn't feeling the vibe from Advance. Can I just say, Paul didn't. So I even said to Paul, like, you know, this is what I was trying to say to you guys yesterday, you know, then Paul said, obviously he had resigned before, but Ben didn't want him to announce it until after the election thing. So it's not that, the reason I'm saying this is it's not that Paul listened to me. Paul had already made his decision, and I'm very happy that he did that, because that means he obviously not that means, of course, he's smart enough to understand the way the chess game is being played right now.
If Muslims are so extreme and socially conservative, why on earth would they vote for a party led by a Jewish gay man? It contradicts the entire argument. And the hope for this country lies in the coalition the Green Party are building. Because,
well, all I could say, guys, I actually sadly have less respect for the Muslim community in general now, because I would rather that they stood up for their values. But the fact that I feel they've sold out their religion. I know that you guys will say, no, they're doing exactly what Islam. I've heard those arguments, but I'm sorry. I don't like this. I don't like this. I'm quite conservative. Respect. I would rather I'd rather respect people who have some values and stand up for their values versus just, you know, I don't know. It's completely crazy. What is this? Okay, so when you say Richard and Paul are nothing more than grifters, when you say grifters, these people have worked very, very hard, more harder than you. You're just a keyboard warrior. What the fuck have you done? You're just going to sit here. People will wind you up because you lack emotional intelligence and you lack critical reasoning skills. You will vote for whichever party will fearmonger the most, right? And you'll vote for them out of emotion instead of intellect. You know, the real grifters you ignore, and the ones who are really hardworking. I'm not saying, again, I don't know any of these people personally. I've had more interaction with Paul Thorpe, and each time I've had an interaction with him, he's genuinely a nice guy. He's a gentleman. He's not racist at all. He's always tried to include patriots regardless of race. That's why it really pisses me off when people like Paul Thorpe are demonized and called racists and all this by the people on the left, when I know this is bullshit. Now, this is very important, guys, right? This guy, Nadim Zahawi, Reform UK member and former Conservative Chancellor, this is where Muslims and ethnic minorities, including people like me, become handy. Because when white people are being accused of being racist, as long as they're not racist, people like him, I'm not saying you like him or you should like him or not like him. I'm not making the argument. I'm just talking about when ethnic minorities and someone from the Muslim community says, hold on, this guy has said something about people of my race and my religion, you know, and actually I don't think is racist. That has a weight, that has a value. You may not like it, all right, but it does. And this is what I'm trying to tell you guys. This is what Reform Party is trying to do, all right? It's trying to get Muslims who, like Zia Yusuf and Lala Cunningham and all these kind of things, to counter these people who are accusing the Reform Party of racism and Islamophobia and these kind of things. And Restore Britain Party is facing the same accusations, but obviously it doesn't have any ethnic minorities currently in its party. Now, I'm not saying to Restore Party to get ethnic minorities in their party. Do whatever you want with your party. I'm just saying that having ethnic minorities who are saying the same thing as you, but them saying it does have some weight, whether you like it or not. So this guy, although you criticize him quite a lot, and again, I'm not saying he's good or bad. I don't know any of these people before they joined Reform, but the fact is he is siding with Matt Goodwin, right? So I don't think that's a bad thing. Oh my goodness, why are you asking me silly questions? Lubna, is it okay to be racist? When have I said it's okay to be racist? When have I ever said it's okay to be racist? I've been called a Paki the first fucking 20 years of my life. When have I ever said it's okay to be racist? I'm against the real racists, i.e., if you are hating anyone, white people, black people, brown people, because of their race, I'm completely against that. Okay? When you say maybe you should join Restore and speak, I don't think that Restore Britain would want me. Because, like I said, a lot of the people who are supporting Restore Britain, some of the people are hardcore ethno-nationalists who are very much openly racist towards black and brown people, and they don't see the need for ethnic minorities in their party that they feel is for British people, for only English people. That's the way some of these people are coming across. They don't want me. I doubt that they're going to want me, guys.
You couldn't fucking help yourself. You've tried to make a sweeping statement and say the reason that everyone's gone with Rupert is because he's white. How dare you? How fucking dare you, Paul, jump in on the side of all these oppressors? But I'm not surprised. Do you know why I'm not surprised? I watched a really cringe stream where after everything that's gone on, you and Richard decided to get on a grifting Pakistani woman's panel. And she is a grifter. Every 2 weeks, apparently, she's terrified to be alive. But apparently she's so brave that she don't take sides and she doesn't silence anybody. And, you know, she always says what she believes. But every 2 weeks she wants your money because, well, she's got to move house again. Or she's terrified. Or she's scared out of her wits. It was cringeworthy. You couldn't fucking help yourself.
So I did a detail live on this yesterday, so I'm not going to repeat that live. Like I said, it is members only for a reason, because I was effing and all of that kind of stuff. The reason why I have replayed this is because, for those of you guys who haven't heard this, like I said, I think this lady tagged me in this video, and she called me a grifter and a Pakistani lady and all this kind of stuff, right? Now, in yesterday's live, like I said, that is members only. There are some screenshots of people that I shared as well. Some people who were pretending to be my supporters in the past, who were trying to sabotage my movement and were spreading fake news about me. And I had rejected their advances, their sexual advances as well. And there's different things that I've discussed in yesterday's live that I'm not going to repeat, but I did share the screenshots. Like I said, because the language is 18 plus in the live yesterday, I have made that members only. So if you're dying to watch what I, or hear what I said yesterday, consider becoming a member. So I've been thinking a lot. You know, I've worked my ass off, okay? I was on a good salary package. I was living in my own house, and if I think about how my life was 2 years ago and where I am now, not in my house, and everything, all the shit I've gone through, and even now all the stuff I'm trying to do, and then all these, again, I'll try not to swear. Like I said, I've done a lot of swearing yesterday because I don't want to make this live members only as well. I need to not swear in this, but I do feel like swearing. I'm not going to do it again. But I was thinking all the stuff I've gone through, I appreciate, I've received a lot of support all around the world, and not everyone's going to be supportive, and there will be people who are jealous, essentially. And I get that. Okay, I get that people will be jealous, and a lot of these people are speaking out of jealousy because they're jealous that I've received a lot of support all around the world and all that kind of stuff. I get that, but still, I'm a human being, and I've tried my best to work hard and not do GoFundMe's, even though my supporters say do another one, do another one. Of course, there is my PayPal and buy me a coffee, so there's different ways people can support me anyway. But still, a lot of people do prefer GoFundMe's, and I'm like, I don't want to do one. I really don't. But then it doesn't matter how much I say that the original GoFundMe that helped me relocate, I have all intent of paying that back. And, I'm going to work hard. I set up another channel, Bloom with Lubna. I set up a one-to-one consultancy, unqualified, if someone wants to have a chat with me, as a way to earn money. I wrote this book as a way to earn money. I created this gratitude journal, Candid with Lubna, Candid journal, to earn money, and then I've been trying to sell my poetry book to earn money. Doesn't matter how much I've tried to avoid doing GoFundMe's, and I've tried to work really hard. People like this lady calling me a grifter, and I'm like, this is slander, right? And I was thinking, doesn't matter how much I try to please these people that are just jealous trolls, keyboard warriors with no face, no nothing, don't even know who this person is. They will still accuse me of shit. They will still accuse me. There's another video I want to play that I didn't play yesterday because this happened after my live. I want to share this video very quickly.
Can I just say, Paul? There's a couple of things I do want to say. If you want to, you talk about Lubna first. Sorry,
Yeah, I was watching.
The other thing my wife said was, "Don't interrupt Paul when he's talking." So I'm going to try. I'm going to see my wife. Yeah,
she's got her head screwed on, Richard.
Oh,
She'd make a better presenter. Right,
Well,
so
yeah.
I want to talk about Lubna for a brief moment because I saw poor Lubna earlier on her channel getting very distraught, getting upset. She's been taking a load of grief again, particularly about being a grifter.
Oh, that's
Now, I want to make one thing very clear. Lubna doesn't know I'm going to say this, right? So she has no idea that I'm going to say this. Lubna did a GoFundMe last year after she had to leave her home because she was getting death threats. Now, for anyone that doubts what Lubna was going through, I saw it firsthand. I saw it. She's not lying. She's not making it up. I guarantee you, she was having incredible death threats. She was being harassed, abused. She's got 2 young children. It simply was not safe to stay in her home. And by the way, she lived in goddamn Luton in the lion's den. But she still chose to speak out for us, for the indigenous British people, for white people. There you go. How about that? She spoke up for us. Now, in return for that, she's currently being abused by certain people, accused of being a grifter. Now, that GoFundMe that Lubna did last year, that was my suggestion. I said, Lubna, why don't you set up a GoFundMe? She said, I don't want to do that. I said, no, go on, darling, you do it. I promise you people will support you, right? She did it. They supported her. I didn't get a bloody penny. I mean, it was just my idea, right? So I'm just putting that clear because the next thing people will be saying is, oh, you had something out of it. No, right? It was my idea for Lubna to set that GoFundMe up. I donated towards it. So did many other people. And that poor girl deserved every goddamn penny of what she got. And it got her and her 2 little kids out of Luton. So I'm proud that I played a role in that. And the people attacking her now are disgusting. I've got a couple of super chats I want to read.
Sorry, before you do that,
go
Paul,
on,
can
Rich,
I just
go
comment
on.
on that? I want, because you've been called a grifter as well, Paul. And
all the time.
I don't know if I have, but I mean, you know, no doubt I have.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But let people understand, Paul, how much your income. You used to do watches, right? Your thing was watches. You didn't do any of this politics bollocks. And let's be honest, in hindsight, I'm going, you know, why did we even bother? Do you know what I mean? To be brutally honest with you. But
there are times, yeah.
Yeah. But you stopped doing the watches. Now, I think, I could be wrong in this, I think you said your income dropped by 50%, or was it more than that? 70%?
Exactly. It's not easy doing what we're doing. And, you know, I'm completely independent. I didn't do anything like this for monetary gains, and there's no guarantee that your YouTube channel will monetize and it will be a success and all that kind of stuff. And the income's unpredictable. Anyway, if you're unwell and you don't post, or even if you make the most fantastic videos and you don't get the views, you don't get paid. And it's not that much, guys. It's not like I'm getting paid millions of pounds. And even the GoFundMe, like I said, that I did 9 months ago, almost a year ago, it's not like I got £1 million or £500,000 or £100,000 from that GoFundMe. Anyway, so it, you know, so when of course, like I said, there are people who are just idiots and they just talk shit and they're keyboard warriors and they would say grifter, grifter, grifter. And like I said, I'm someone who does have a lot of pride. Like, I am ashamed of the GoFundMe that I did because that was literally me begging for help and crying. Okay. And like I said, even now that I have all intents of giving, if I can ever afford it in my life, you know, and I would love to not just give it back, I would like to double the money, because the circumstances that were set up for me to, you know, ask for that, it completely different circumstances where I'm crying and begging for money and help and all that kind of stuff. It was horrible. So, you know, I want to give the money back, double it, and give it with interest as well. That is my intent before I die. Anyways, but it doesn't stop the fact that I'm so annoyed with people who just think that it's okay to just talk shit and say grifter, 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 and all this kind of stuff. Then I was thinking, do you know what? Some of these people, and the screenshots that I said that I shared yesterday as well in yesterday's live, like I said, that is members only, because I was swearing quite a lot. There are some people that are just jealous, I've noticed, of me. They're just jealous of the success. They're just jealous of the love that I've received. And it doesn't matter what I will do. They will, doesn't matter how many books I write and how hard I work and how much I've earned the success. They're still going to talk rubbish. So then I decided, you know what? I'm going to, again, I don't want to swear during this live, but understand that in my head right now, I've got lots of swear words. I'm going to do what they're accusing me of doing, right? Fine. Because if I ever did go on, if I ever in my life went on holiday, these people will say, oh, do you know what? She's going with people's GoFundMe money because she's a grifter and she made the whole thing up. So I was thinking, do you know what? These people will, for the whole of my life, talk absolute rubbish. Exactly. Yes, jealousy. These people, doesn't matter what I do, they will keep accusing me of rubbish and they're going to keep accusing me of stuff, right? So I was thinking, if I ever go on holiday, or God forbid, I post a video of me enjoying myself, they'll be like, oh, look, she's grifting. So I was like, fine, do you know what? I thought about it, I thought about this the whole night and I was thinking, fine, this is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to grift. I have set up a GoFundMe now, okay? So I could grift, all right? No, I'm sensitive because I'm living alone. I am a little bit sensitive right now because I'm living alone. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. I haven't converted to Christianity. I'm just not a religious person. Exactly. I had a really good salary package. I didn't need to do all of this kind of stuff. Thank you so much. So what I've done, what I've decided is I'm sorry, you know, if I'm going to be accused of grifting, fine, I'll grift. I'll set up a GoFundMe. My supporters told me to set up another GoFundMe like how many months ago when I tried working somewhere, and again they found out that about my YouTube channel and they didn't want me to, although they extended my contract, they then went back on their word and then they ended my contract at the original date it was supposed to end. So it's not like I'm not trying to find work. I'm trying to find work, guys. But because of my YouTube channel, because I'm trying to stick up for the native people, a lot of people are trying to silence me. Okay, it's not easy because the background that I come from, being a woman, being from the Pakistani heritage and from the Muslim background, what I say carries weight more than any other person. How many people like me do you see who are born and raised in Britain, who are born and raised in Luton, and I'm speaking from experience? There's very few people like me, okay? So my opinion carries weight. So, but because of that, lots of people are trying to silence me. So I've tried my best not to grift, work my butt off. I'm trying to find a job. Like I said, even one of the recruitment agents that I spoke to, and I mentioned this yesterday in the live, even he recognized me. He's like, oh, are you that Lubna? I was like, yes. I said, of course, I don't speak about this to people. I don't actively tell people who I am, but he recognized me and he's like, oh, I follow you on X. And I was like, oh my God. He goes, no, I support you and I think you're fantastic and I wish there were more people like you. I said, yeah, but it's very difficult to find a job. Like, I'd love to find a job. I need fixed income to pay the bills. And, you know, I obviously, you know, I had a good job before. I had a good life before. And my whole thing has been turned upside down. So like I said, I'm hardworking. A couple of months ago, my supporters did say, set up a GoFundMe. I said, I'm never going to do one in my life unless I'm desperate and this kind of stuff. Even yesterday, I said the same thing. But I was thinking the whole night I've been thinking. I haven't had much sleep. I was thinking the whole entire night, do you know what? That these people, they're jealous of me, that are trolling me. They're trying to make me depressed. And it doesn't matter how much I try to prove myself. I'm not a grifter. I'm really hardworking. I'm not a scammer. I'm not this. I'm not that. These people don't care because they are jealous of me. So what I did is I digested this, that I need to stop letting the trolls get to me. Even yesterday, I let you guys know on some information that there was someone who was pretending to be my supporter. And last year when I had done the GoFundMe, that one supporter of mine was the only one who was telling me to take down the GoFundMe in the first week. My GoFundMe wasn't even open for not even 2 weeks, I think. But in the first week, that supporter of mine, who was now I know was jealous of me and was trying to sabotage my movement, he told me to take down the GoFundMe. So even that person, since I've blocked them and banned them 2 months ago, they're trying to spread fake news about me. So what I realized is it doesn't matter how hard I work and it doesn't matter how much I try to clarify and it doesn't matter how much I explain things. There are just horrible people out there that are jealous or stupid or whatever the problem is. And I was like, do you know what? I'm going to do this to them. All right. I've now decided to show these people the 2 finger. And I've done this by setting up a GoFundMe. And the GoFundMe is essentially for holidays, fun and enjoyment. Because if I ever did go on holidays, and try, God forbid, have fun, these people will say, oh, look, she used the GoFundMe, the one that she was saying she needs to relocate because, you know, she's risking her life and all this kind of stuff, and she made it all up. So I was thinking, do you know what? Screw that. Screw these people. So I've set up a GoFundMe. Let me just see. Let me just share the screen. This one. Can you see it? I've set up this GoFundMe now. Okay. And I've even called it my grifting pot. All right. I've called it my grifting pot. Let me just show you guys. I may change it later. I may edit it because I just did it very quickly. I've rushed it. But this is essentially, it's called Holidays, Fun and Enjoyment. And then I've said, welcome to my grifting pot. I've literally called it that. Welcome to my grifting pot. I'm the host of the YouTube channel Candid with Lubna. For the last 2 years, I have dedicated my time and energy in condemning the bad apples within my race and faith, Muslim Pakistanis in the UK, in the hope of positive social reform and to build bridges with others. I've been encouraging other British Pakistanis to condemn the bad apples to, like, grooming gang perpetrators, Islamic extremists, honor killings, etc. Sadly, after receiving numerous death threats, I had to flee my hometown of Luton with my 2 children where I had lived for 40 years. Since then, my life has not been the same and things may never be the same for me again. Unfortunately, I have received a lot of love and fortunately, I have received a lot of love and support from all around the world. Unfortunately, although I'm an extremely hardworking person and have tried my best to satisfy some jealous trolls, they keep falsely accusing me of being a grifter. I'm tired of trying to defend myself and now I don't care. It seems they will accuse me of grifting no matter what I do or say. So, in retaliation, I'm setting up this GoFundMe to show them my middle finger. Frankly, after all the shit I've been through, and I'm still going through, I can do with a luxury beach holiday and some fun. To the trolls, F you. To my supporters and well-wishers, God bless you. Simple. So, and I could have made the chat members only, but I want the trolls to come. I want people to accuse me of grifting so I could show them the middle finger and show them, slap this GoFundMe on their face. There's this another guy, okay, this Pakistani guy. When I did my GoFundMe last year, so I've got a Hindi Urdu channel, okay, and I was trying to, because a lot of you guys said, Lubna, if you really want positive social reform, you should speak in Hindi Urdu and talk directly to the Pakistani community. So then I set up a Hindi Urdu channel. Now, there were a few guests I used to invite on those channels, and they used to go on other people's channels and stuff like that, right? Now, these men, I don't want to swear. I'm trying not to swear. These, just when I'm doing this, just understand that I'm swearing. Some of these guests of mine that used to come on my channel, when I set up my GoFundMe and they found out about my GoFundMe and the support that I was receiving from all around the world, these Pakistani men sitting in Pakistan started spreading fake news about me. Some of these Pakistani men had, let me see, let me show you actually, can I find it? They had, okay, maybe I can't find it anymore. They've got like a massive fan following on Facebook. I can't remember how many followers he has on Facebook, 50,000, 100,000, something crazy. As in not something crazy, but like he's got a fan following. So what happened is when I set up my GoFundMe, someone else set up another GoFundMe with my picture, asking for £100,000. And what this low IQ individual did was he started spreading fake news about me on his Facebook saying, oh, look, Lubna is a grifter. There are 2 GoFundMes, one with where she's where she's put a limit of £1,000 and another one where she's asking for £100,000. And I'm like, that's not me. The second one with £100,000 was not me. That was someone else doing a scam. And I even reported it and that person took it down. So, and even though I said to him, like, that's not me, he still keeps accusing me of grifting and being a scammer and a fraud. Like, if you Google it, you'll even probably find my picture, GoFundMe picture, which was the one someone else set up, and where he's calling me a fraud and a scam. Now, again, he's sitting in Pakistan, so he can talk whatever shit he can about me. So I was thinking there was that. So these Pakistani men, although he was trying to make out like he is a he also wants positive social reform, and he's sitting in Pakistan. At the end of the day, this guy ended up also being a typical Pakistani man. So the and all the backlash that I've received from people just talking shit about me, I'm like, you know what? It doesn't matter what I do. These people will keep accusing me. So I'm like, you know what? Screw that. So yeah, I've set one up in retaliation. I want to go on holiday. I want a beach luxury holiday. I'm gonna stop. I've decided I'm gonna stop apologizing. All right, I'm gonna stop apologizing for things, and I'm just gonna. I don't care anymore. I would like a beach luxury holiday. I want to sit on the beach, and if any donations I do get on this particular GoFundMe, if I do end up going on holiday, because I don't know if anyone's gonna put any money in this pot, you know. If anyone does, I'm going to document and make videos of how I've used this GoFundMe money. So if I go on holiday using this money, I'm going to document it, and I'm going to say that this holiday that I've gone to has been funded by this GoFundMe. If I go to cinema or I don't know, theater, or I don't know, if I use this money for any kind of entertainment or fun, I'm going to document that, and I'm going to tag the GoFundMe. So you guys know where the money is going. It's going to go in my enjoyment. I need to have fun. I'm sorry. I need a holiday. I want a beach holiday in a luxury 5-star, I don't know, somewhere in the world. I want to get the hell out of it. My mind is going stir crazy listening to this shit, and I feel like my brain doesn't even work anymore. So again, I'm going to play the video of the lady for you guys who have missed it, because I'm like, what the hell is she talking about?
You've tried to make a sweeping statement and say the reason that everyone's gone with Rupert is because he's white. How dare you? How fucking dare you, Paul, jump in on the side of all these oppressors? But I'm not surprised. Do you know why I'm not surprised? I watched a really cringe stream where after everything that's gone on, you and Richard decided to get on a grifting Pakistani woman's panel. And she is a grifter. Every 2 weeks, apparently, she's terrified to be alive. But apparently she's so brave that she don't take sides and she doesn't silence anybody. And, you know, she always says what she believes. But every 2 weeks she wants your money because, well, she's got to move house again. Or she's terrified. Or she's scared out of her wits. It was cringeworthy. You couldn't fucking help yourself. You've tried to make a sweeping statement.
Yeah, that annoyed me. That really annoyed me because, like I said, there's other messages and stuff that I've shared, screenshots that I've shared in my members only live from yesterday. Like I said, I've made that live members only because I'm swearing quite a lot during that live. And some of the stuff I've said today, I have repeated in that yesterday, but there's more stuff that I shared yesterday on the members only live. And I'm going to stop apologizing. I'm going to, like I said, any funds in that GoFundMe, I'll put the link on. Any funds I get from that GoFundMe, I will be documenting how I'm using that money. I'm going to make videos on it, and I'm going to document it so you know where it's going if anyone wants to. And I'm going to stop apologizing. I don't care anymore because, like I said, it doesn't matter how much I apologize and say I'm not a grifter, I'm hardworking, and I make videos of me actually typing this book 5 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning. There are still people that are just jealous, and I'm like, you know, I don't care anymore. I don't care anymore. I just don't care anymore. So I'm just reading some of your comments. I'm just going to bugger off now. I just want you to explain what this is. I've linked it on my profile picture as well. And I'm going to stop apologizing. But like I said, if anyone does contribute to that, I will go on holiday. I really want to go on holiday, and I want to get the hell out of here. I think I'm going to go absolutely crazy if I stay here, if I'm stuck in here. And like I said, if I don't do this GoFundMe, and if I ever in my life go on holiday, people will accuse me of using that GoFundMe money from last year because and call me a scammer. So do you know what? Fuck them. So now I'm doing a GoFundMe for holidays and all that kind of stuff. Let's see.
Britain
Anyway,
is
I don't
not just a passport. Britain is a nation. Britain is a people, our people. And Restore Britain will never allow that to be erased.